This is talking about crime in America, right? And this chart from Statista, this is from 2022. I want us to look at this because this is crazy. It says here that the number of murder victims in the United States by race, total number of murder victims, nearly 20,000, 19,196, right? Like, okay, not really a bad if you think about it. Now, here's the number that's crazy. 10,470, or more than 50% of the murder victims in the United States were Black. Take all the time that you need to process the information that I just said. Nearly 20,000 murder victims in America in 2022. It's the latest I could find statistics for. 10,000 of them are Black. More Black people have died as a result of homicide in the United States than white people, despite us representing approximately 14% of the population and them representing over 60% of the population. With that, approximately 80% of these homicides are intra-racial, meaning us killing us. If this were the average data for a decade, that means that 100,000 Black people would be killed, and 80 of the 100,000 would be killed by Black people. Again, do we have problems with other people? Absolutely. Do we have enemies? Without question. Do we have people that we need to deal with outside our race if we're going to survive? It needs not even be said. But the reality of the situation is the internal enemy is destroying us more effectively than our external enemies. Right? And Sister Amara says we need to prioritize mental health in our community and stop laughing off or dismissing mental illness. I'll put it like this. Being in America next to you know whom, I believe, puts us all in some degree of mental unrest. Just a matter of whether it's something that'll be diagnosed on the European scale or something that'll be that we diagnose on our own scale with our own African-centered psychologists who have laid a foundation for that type of analysis of our condition. The reality is some of us have conditions that would fit on both scales, and that is the problem. Right? And Raw Ito Vital says, to conquer people, you must destroy the love they have for one another. Indeed. We understand. And that's something that Dr. Amos Wilson told us. Right? So when I talk about internal enemies, and here's the thing, right? If we were, and not that I'm advocating going out and removing people from the planet, but I'm just going to say this. If we had 5,000 people who violated children that ended up in a river, then I'd be like, I wouldn't even have this data and statistics up here. But we know that's not the case. We know that's not the case. Since I was young, a lot of people still dying for the same reasons that are ridiculous. A sister don't want some dude, she don't want some dude's number or wanting to give her number. Road rage, somebody stepped on somebody's Jordans, somebody said something on social media, and so forth and so on. Like in the post Tupac and Biggie era, we still had rappers shooting each other because of lyrics. I mean, I don't even know what to say. It's so ridiculous. We haven't learned anything from our mistakes. I guess my generation, the people in my generation, they just don't, they're not talking to their children. I don't know what's going on. I don't have children, so I don't know what people are doing parenting wise. I don't know if people are telling people, don't do this, it's stupid. I survived it. It was stupid then, it's stupid now. Like, I don't know what's happening. Right? Of course, no one's going to come up and say, yeah, I'm advocating stupidity and my child is following in my footsteps. Nobody's going to say that. Right? But there's some type of disconnect here between reality and what we think reality is. I don't even know what is happening, which is really why I've been doing these type of shows lately. Because I want someone to come in the comment section after the live stream or whatever and say, hey man, this is what's happening. This is what's going on in the street, blah, blah, blah. Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm too old to be in the street. I'm not going out here to ask these people nothing. Because I can't understand their music. I don't want to be around them when they just smoking up, you know what I'm saying, like they Bob Marley and Peter Tosh. I just don't want to be in an environment like that. I just be honest. Because I don't think I have anything that's going to take that type of person and change them around instantaneously like back in the day. I could be wrong. But from what I see, the mentality of our young people is, if there is no money involved, if you cannot put money in their pocket, they're not trying to hear nothing you talking about. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also follow us on our other social media platforms. On Instagram, we're at dc.radical1. On Twitter, we're at dc_radical_ONE. And the Cashapp is $DcRadical1. Again, thank you for subscribing. A beat before ODA and straight